Hi, first grade aquarium scientists. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about the structures that plants and animals need to survive. And you know that we're doing this because we have a very important job. We are aquarium scientists, and we have to investigate how animals and plants do what they need to do to survive. So I want you to say it like you mean it. I'm an aquarium scientist. I'm an aquarium scientist. Good job. We can review some of the key concepts that we figured out so far and the vocabulary by looking at our at-home science wall pages. And those key concepts are in our packets. So the things that we've learned so far, animals and plants have structures that help them to do what they need to do to survive. Let's say that together. Animals and plants have structures that help them do what they need to do to survive. And we also know that in order to survive, we need food, water, air, and to not be eaten. And that's true for plants and animals. So let's use everything that we've learned so far to explain how Spruce will survive once she's back in the ocean. Say hi to Spruce. Hi, Spruce. In order for us to learn a little bit more about sea turtles, we're going to have to think about what we already know about sea turtles and then observe some videos of them. Sea turtles live in a part of the ocean where there are sharks, and sharks need food to survive. So sharks eat sea turtles and other animals. Uh-oh. But I want you to picture all the ways that sea turtles can survive and use their structure. So close your eyes. Think about a sea turtle eating. Think about a sea turtle getting water. Think about a sea turtle getting air. And think about what she might do to use her structures to not get eaten. How could her structures help her to do what she needs to do to survive? Yeah, she can use her mouth to eat and breathe, her flippers to swim, her shell to stay safe, her nostrils to also take in air. She has to swim to the surface to get her air. There's so many structures on her body that help her. Okay, when scientists want to explain something, we use what we know, but we also have to observe films, we have to read, we sometimes do projects, investigations, and we draw and we write what we observe. We need evidence. I want you to say that. We need evidence, evidence, evidence. Evidence is proof or information that helps us to back up and make a strong answer for the question that we're asking. Let's observe some videos of sea turtles to look for evidence that help us to answer the question about how sea turtles like Spruce survive. Here's the first video. Okay, what did you observe that Spruce was using to survive? Right, she's using her nose, her mouth, she's floating, she's got her flippers. Great. And what is it that she's getting that she needs? Yeah, she's getting air. Let's get some air too. Breathe in and breathe out. Oof, if we were a sea turtle, we'd be very happy right now. Awesome. So I want you to say, Spruce uses her structures. She uses her nose, flippers, and mouth. She uses her nose, flippers, and mouth. And what is she getting? In that video, we have evidence that suggests she was getting her air. Okay, awesome. Now, let's look at this sea turtle video. Wow. I really like that video. Let's watch it one more time and really observe the structures that the sea turtle is using and what we observe that she's getting that she needs. Yeah, act it out. So what did she get that she needed? Yeah, she got food. Okay, what structures was she using? Her flippers to navigate the seagrass terrain, definitely. And she used the structure of her mouth. What else? That we use too. Then we have to brush them to make sure they're really clean and healthy and strong. Yeah, it looked like she was using her beaky mouth, perhaps some teeth in there, and she probably was also using her eyes to navigate and see the exact seagrass that she was going to eat. And she maybe even felt it with her flipper. Good thinking. Okay, we've got one more video. Let's see what need the sea turtle is getting and what structures the sea turtle is using. Okay, stay calm, don't get scared. Oh, whoa, something was going on in that video. What do you observe? Yes, do you see those sea turtles? You see that sea turtle and all of those sharks. That's right. So the sea turtle is swimming where there are sharks, but it looks like something's keeping her safe. What did you observe? Let's look at that one more time. It looks like the sharks aren't even noticing her. Huh. What do you think could be keeping her safe? There could be a lot of different structures and parts of her body that are keeping her safe right now. Okay. So you noticed that she was swimming away. What else? Oh, you're noticing that the color of the sea turtle's shell seems to blend in with the rocks in the ocean. That's true. Yes. And when a plant or animal blends in with their colors and they seem to match the colors of their environment, we call that camouflage. Wow. So she seems to be camouflaging into the rock. So maybe the sharks can't even see her. And also, yeah, you see that she has a shell and the shell looks really hard. And so the shell could be keeping her safe too. That's great. So we observed in the videos that sea turtles use their structures to survive. Now we have more evidence to help us answer our question about sea turtles. Here's that question. Think about the evidence you gathered from observing the sea turtle videos. How does a sea turtle use its structures to survive? I want you to say, a sea turtle uses its structures to survive. A sea turtle uses its structures to survive. And name the structure that the sea turtle used in the first video. The sea turtle uses the structures of its mouth and flippers and nose to breathe in air. Good. How does the sea turtle use its structures in the second video? The sea turtle uses its structures to eat food. The sea turtle uses the structures of its mouth and flippers and eyes to get the food that it needs. And in that last video, how does the sea turtle use its structures to survive? The sea turtle uses its structures to avoid getting eaten by a predator. Say that. The sea turtle uses its structures to avoid getting eaten by a predator. What structures did she use? The sea turtle used her shell, her flippers, her eyes. She was swimming away. Her shell seemed to keep her safe because it looks very hard. And she blended in. Her colors were matching the environment, so she camouflaged. Awesome. Okay. You did such a great job. In this chapter, we've been working to figure out the answer to this question. How does Spruce the sea turtle do what she needs to do to survive? Well, Guess what, scientists? You've been reading, acting things out, watching videos, drawing, thinking, speaking, moving. Now it's your turn to show me everything you're thinking. You're going to use the special sheet to draw or write your ideas and show me what Spruce the sea turtle needs to do to survive. I can't wait to see your science drawing. And after you draw Spruce, I want you to practice using words that help you talk and write like a scientist. These are the words I want you to talk and write with that help show and explain how animals and plants survive. Blank can survive because it uses blank to survive. Okay? A sea turtle can survive because it uses its mouth to get its food. Good. A sea turtle can survive because it uses its flippers to swim away and avoid getting eaten. A sea turtle can survive because it uses its mouth and nose to breathe in air. And we didn't actually necessarily see the sea turtle getting that water, but we're assuming that the sea turtle can survive because it uses its structures of a mouth to get water. Okay, scientists, I cannot wait to see how you draw and write for me. So you have your special paper where you're going to draw. Use your drawing and explanation words to show me how Spruce gets air to survive, how Spruce gets food to survive, how Spruce gets water to survive, and how she keeps from being eaten. There's a special video all about turtles that you can watch after you do your drawing, and I hope you had fun today. Thank you for being such a great scientist, observing structures, writing, and speaking like a scientist. I think we're going to have even more special answers and questions to answer really soon. See you soon, scientist. Great work.